Today on Growing Idaho, let's talk about rent. Let's start with rent for college students. A new study shows that off-campus rent around Boise State is comparatively affordable. But how affordable depends on heavily what you're comparing it to. Let's take a look at the numbers. This study comes from RentHop. They looked at the cost of off-campus housing, so about 2 miles around the campus, for the 150 largest U.S. colleges. The most expensive spots go to schools in New York City and Southern California. No surprise there. Again, only the largest 150 colleges were analyzed, but of those, Boise State did okay, ranking 90. You see that BYU Idaho and Wazoo did real well as well. But the important thing to look at, not the ranking, but the cost. At Boise State, your average rent near campus still $14.26 a month. That is up there. Even more expensive than Boise as a whole. Apartment List says median rent for a one-bedroom is $10.76, a two-bedroom $12.70 across the city. So things do get more affordable as you go out from around campus near downtown Boise, and rent is also getting more affordable as time goes on. Rent is down 6.4% over the past 12 months in Boise, down 6.5% across Idaho. Apartment List also says median rent is down 4% this year. This year's the purple line there at the bottom. Unless there's a big uptick, as you can see, this will be the first time in years we've seen Boise's median rent drop for the year. So that's awesome news, right? No, it's more of a drop in the bucket. Ali Robbie is the executive director of Jesse Tree, which helps folks being evicted. Her numbers show that while rent is down a little this year, it's up 40% overall the past 2 years. She says, according to the United Way, half of folks in the Treasure Valley are living paycheck to paycheck. Jesse Tree desperately trying to handle 50 eviction hearings a week. That's double what they were handling before federal rent assistance ran out. And they're having to help all sorts of people. That includes college students, mostly those who cannot live on campus and are struggling because they don't have scholarships or family financial support.
And in our conversations with Boise State, other universities, we've heard that there is an increased number of students who are couch surfing, living with friends informally, sleeping in cars, things like that. And I do think that's just because the cost of the rental market has increased by so much in our area. And normally where it would have been affordable for a college student, now it's not. Of the matter is that a lot of these new rentals are owned by very large companies that are owned by out-of-state investors, and they're profit-driven, and there's not really a lot of competition in the market now, and so they're kind of just competing with each other, if that makes sense. So I think there is an element of supply and demand, but also there is a greater issue that housing is now treated like a commodity, and even though it's a basic human need.
Now, we talked about that last week on Growing Idaho. Market rate housing makes financial sense for investors, but helps to keep the community in a housing crisis. If you're seeing that crisis firsthand and going through that eviction process, even though they are very busy, Jesse Tree can help. I'll link to their page from this story on ktvb.com.